What if I told you that nearly 80 years of research from some of the brightest minds at Harvard reveals the secret to living a happier, healthier life, and it has nothing to do with how much money you make or how famous you are? I've been thinking deeply about what makes for a fulfilling and happy life for a long time now, but I was not the first person to ask these questions. Way back in 1938, during the Great Depression, Harvard researchers set out on what would become one of the longest and most revealing studies on adult life. They started tracking the health and well-being of 268 Harvard sophomores, hoping to find clues about leading a happy and fulfilling life. And now, nearly 80 years later, the results are in, and they tell us something profound about what makes life truly worth living. The study began with just a group of Harvard men, but over time the study grew to include their descendants and inner-city residents from Boston, and eventually expanding to thousands of people. It's by far the most long-lasting and comprehensive study on human happiness that's ever been done. So, what's the big takeaway from this massive study? Well, it turns out that the key to a long, happy, and fulfilling life isn't wealth, it's not fame, it's not even your genes. Instead, it's the quality of your relationships. Deep, meaningful connections are more important than any other factor when it comes to lifelong happiness and health. The study also uncovered something we might not want to hear. Loneliness is incredibly damaging. It turns out that being isolated is as harmful to your health as smoking or excessive drinking, and I'm not talking figuratively here. The Harvard researchers found that loneliness can lead to a range of health issues, including increased rates of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even shortened lifespan. Loneliness has been shown to weaken the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to illness, and it can exacerbate mental health problems like depression and anxiety. That's kind of obvious, right? But what's not obvious is that things like depression and anxiety can both take a physiological toll on our bodies. This study revealed that the detrimental effects of loneliness are comparable to the harm caused by smoking 15 cigarettes a day or consuming excessive alcohol. So just as smoking and drinking can accelerate physical decline, prolonged loneliness can significantly impact your overall well-being and longevity. Isn't that just nuts? And here's something else that's super interesting. Get this. If you're satisfied with your relationships at age 50, you're way more likely to be healthier and happier at 80. In other words, the quality of your connections in middle age has a huge impact on your well-being later in life. So what's the big takeaway? Well, we've said for a long time at Freedomology that these aspects of life are interconnected. You might not think that your physical and mental health are connected to the quality of your relationships, but they absolutely are. These things affect each other. If you don't have energy and strength and health, you're not going to pursue the people around you like you could. And if you're not pursuing relationships and are suffering from crushing loneliness, that takes a toll on your mind and your body. In fact, according to Harvard's study, investing in deep, meaningful relationships is one of the best things that you can do for your happiness and health. So, take a moment and think about your relationships. Are you investing time and energy into the ones that matter most? Do you even know how? If you're not sure, but you know that things could be better, you're in the right place. We built R40 for you. And by the end of these 40 days, you're gonna have a brand new approach to every relationship in your life. Whether you've got a marriage that's on the rocks, or you're dealing with past hurts and hang-ups from relationships that have gone south, or you're just looking to better understand who you are, R40 has something important for you. And I think tomorrow's lesson is gonna blow your mind. So come back tomorrow, because I'm gonna share the single biggest idea that I've ever encountered. I'm not exaggerating. It's simple, but it's powerful. And when it clicked for me, it changed everything. And I know that it will for you too. I'll see you tomorrow.